rain. I hate rain. So I'm Hey up, Woodlanders. Come on in. This morning we're back in the coppice. Karen, my wife, is coming to help us. She drags out for me, which means I can keep the saw going a bit longer. We'll get changed and we'll start cutting. So Karen's had to go, she's had to go in for lunch. I've just had my lunch and a quick phone call and the chap who wants his 60 hedge lane stakes, although he doesn't want them actually for hedge lane, I think he wants to make a dead hedge. So I've just got to get another 20 done. So that's what I'm off to do now. I've got me stihl, my billock and my bucket. This is this morning so far. So this cluster was still up this morning. That's the fence line boundary there. There's about 10 mud stalls in this area here that I want to try and get done, and then after that what I'm going to do is go back up to the top end again and start up there so I can get the rest of these poles out for this order. I seem to be fighting against the weather at the moment. You'll be pleased to know I've just recorded my happy dance for 500 subscribers. It was almost a year to the day this time last year that I did my first real ever YouTube face in the camera video, and we've just topped the 500 subscriber mark. Now I'm chuffed to bits with that 500 of you guys choose to follow me and watch the vids and give us a thumb and all the rest of it.
Subscribe.
Do you hear some of that? How weird. So I'm chuffed to bits with that, and hopefully here's the next 500. But please don't expect a happy dance every time we have another 100 subscribers. There's limits, you know. Right, let's get some more cutting done. So I just want to show you this. This is Hazel avellana, that's how I pronounce it anyway. And these are the male Hazel Catkins, often seen this time of year, sort of produce this, especially in the sunlight, produce sort of a yellowy green catkin. But often what's not always noticed is a tiny little pink female flower. And some wonder, oh, January? Catkins in January? That's all pretty normal. Sometimes you can get Hazel Catkins middle of December and definitely early January. That's where you tend to see both male and female flowers, or should I say male and female flowers. It does seem a shame that I'm cutting hazel in its prime when it's just about to set its flowers and of course its fruit, so it almost makes you wonder Should I cut hazel in January? But of course, if I didn't cut hazel in January, I'd be scuppered. Hopefully there's enough hazel about to pollinate the others. Now it's interesting that this female and male flower, female, male, they rely on another tree to pollinate it. So it doesn't pollinate itself. These will pollinate another tree, and another tree will pollinate these to get our hazelnuts, or cob nuts some people call them. Weather permitting, I'll either see you in the woodland in the morning or I'll see you in the workshop. What a day. They forecast this all day, and I've just dropped off those hedging stakes in Twycross, and now this huge pole here, 5 metre long pole, is for a handrail, and the first job is to peel it. So I'm going to do that, and then I think it's going to be home time because I'm going to struggle to get anything done up here. Well, it hasn't stopped raining, but at least the pole's peeled. What this will need now is to make it so you can run your hands up and down it as a handrail, because there's still some, you might be able to see some sort of tears there. He wants drying out a little bit more so it goes a little bit darker brown, and then perhaps a spoke shave or something just to knock off some of these rougher edges. The draw knife does a pretty good job, but you don't want to be running your hand down that just yet. Once being a bit smoother. It'd be nice to see that in actually, because I do like these, and I have plans for putting one of these up our handrail at home on the stairs. So I think it's going to be Coppice in again tomorrow, so I shall see you in the morning, and hopefully they've forecast some nicer weather, which will be. Morning. Touch of frost this morning. So I was meant to be cutting today, and yesterday we had monsoon weather again, and then did some paperwork and some DIY at home instead yesterday. But I was going to do some felling today, only the chap inquired about his poles that I keep banging on about. Hang on, 2 minutes around. And I thought, oh, I better have a proper count up, see how many I've got. So I've started and I've dressed 70, that was the other day. And I'm just going to carry on dressing all these others in the hope I can get some sort of number together to know how much I've got to, how many more I've got to cut. So we've got the 8 foots I'm doing first, we'll get them done. And then we've got the 6 foots after that. And I think, honestly, that's going to take me all day. Well, turned out nice again. We've got torrential rain now again, and I'm sort of committed because I want to try and get these poles to sort of work out what I've actually got cut and what I've not. It's so frustrating. The rain, I hate rain. I know we need rain, but I hate rain. This is not on. I'm just going to plough on. It's about 1:30 now. Plough until I either get cold or pants wet, I call it. That's when my pants get soaked, and that is not pleasant. I mean, these folks that stand working in the rain all day, they want a medal. I've done it before where I've worked and worked because I've got to get the job done, deadlines to meet, got to get the job done. And honestly, I'm the wrong side of 27 to be doing that game. Try and stay positive. We might be able to get all these rods dressed. You'll be glad to know with all that rain, I've actually managed to get them all dressed, which is great news. My coat is absolutely soaked. My trousers are a little bit on the damp side. We've now got poles here, 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 and here. And of our 250 of each, we've got 180 of each, which is that is pretty good actually. So it means I've got to get about 75, 80 of each, just to make sure the order's not short. That's about as much as I can get done today. I've dressed all the hedge stakes as well. Got the bean poles out. I think tomorrow's going to be a nice sunny day. Morning all. It's finally stopped raining. My goal today is 4 tankfuls. I know I keep saying that, I'm not quite meeting the targets. However, normally I have to finish about 3:30, so I can get up to our woodland, get some firewood in, keep the family warm. So I haven't got to do that today. We'll stay here till it gets dark. So my plan now is 17, 18 stems. Just goes on forever. I think. Let's go and have a look. So amidst all that waffle, I do believe getting this all cut this year is achievable, but it's definitely a push. So maybe, again, amidst all that waffle, I think by about the 1st or 2nd week in February, it's possible we could get this done. Now, that's assuming I don't get everybody else pulling on the apron strings, saying, can you come and do this job, can you come and do that job? The weather and extraction time. That's about the most hazel I've ever cut, I think. That's typical, isn't it? At least it's not dangerous. Teeny tiny little mushroom there, look. It's so tiny. Well, we've made a right mess today. A 4 tankful day today, which is pretty awesome. Not quite finished the last tankful, but that's good. We had another rainstorm at lunchtime, which is... I'm wrecked and my back's a bit stiff, but yeah. Happy with the overall result. I'll bid you farewell. Appreciate you watching this week, and we're back on loads more activities next week. Remember, if you're able to, try and enjoy some of this woodland beauty at this time of year, and I'll see you on the next one. So quiet and still. I think I can hear the A38 in the distance. I can hear the hum of the motorway, and because the air is so still, there's no wind, there's no other local noises.